Hello everyone, hope you are all doing well. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Jela Laurencia Marcia from Class A. On today's presentation, I would like to share about Australian foreign policy. Without any further ado, let's get into the slideshow. Every country almost certainly needs interaction with other countries in order to Ismail Adi Santoso to achieve its goals and fulfill its country's interests. The state does interaction with other countries or even non-state organizations within the frame ISSN 25413148X Foreign Policy. Foreign policy is designed to meet national interests. Australia as a country, of course, it also has a foreign policy. Australia's foreign policy was quite prominent in 2014. In that year, Australia hosts the group of 20 or G20 countries meeting in November. On the other hand, Australia is also currently serving as President of the United Nations Security Council Nations, or UN. Next, theory. National interest. The concept of national interest is important for understanding and explain international behavior. The national interest is the overall values that include economic, political, and social aspects that are owned by a country. The national interest is closely related to policy foreign affairs of country because through foreign policy, a country effort to provide a sense of security and welfare to its citizens can be fulfilled. And realize the national interest, a country seeks to protect and defend their country from parties that can threat by the fulfillment of their needs a country. Next, foreign policy. According to Revenue, foreign policy is a set of plans and commitments that guide government behavior in dealing with other actors in the external environment with the aim of maintaining the viability of a country. The foreign policy or decision making of a country is influenced by two determining factors, namely international or external and domestic or internal. These two factors is a determining factor in the formation of a country foreign policy. External factors that influencing foreign policy consist of first, the international system, second, international law, third, international organization, fourth, alliance, and fifth, military strategy or competition. On the other hand, internal factors are conditions that come from a country such as culture and history, geography, population and area, economic growth and natural research, military capability, political system, character state leaders, political parties and interest groups, press and public opinion, and science and technology. The difference that exist in each country, especially these factors, have clearly greatly influenced the policy formulation process abroad in a country. Next, literature review. Literature review. The first in the research is a study entitled Unilateral Policy for Handling Australian Illegal Immigrants after the 2013 Australian General Electric's Fakhrul Rizal Razak reveals how Australia takes military policy in tackling the issue of illegal immigrants who came to the country after the Australian election in 2013. The study suggests that the securitization carried out since the campaign period elections until the government of Prime Minister Tony Abbott were aimed at raise the issue of illegal immigrants on the national security agenda. The second research that is used as a reference is a study entitled Australian Foreign Policy under the Abbott government, Foreign Policy as Domestic Politics. This research discussed Australia's foreign policy under the leadership of the Prime Minister Tony Abbott, who tends to be influenced by his domestic politics, especially by opinion public. To face the outside world, this research explained that it can be seen from several issues. Next, discussion. The Tony Abbott government is the third Australian federal government by Tony Abbott as the 28th Prime Minister. Tony Abbott is from the Liberal Party, while the National Party filled the Deputy Prime Minister seat. This government replaced the government formed by the Australian Labor Party or ELP coalition that has led since 2007, led by Kevin Rudd and Julia Gillard. In his campaign for the Australian general election in 2013, Tony Abbott said that within 3 years of government, his coalition would do policies that lead Australia in a better direction. Some of the policy is to strengthen the economy, create new jobs. During his resign, Abbott and his coalition sought to realize campaign promises. In 3 years of government, many politics taken. A free trade agreement or FTA is an international agreement or agreement that regulates the reduction or elimination of restrictions or barriers to trade in goods and services and investment, or the VAT. VTA allows the creation of trade relations and strong commercial and can contribute to the expansion of cooperation and integration economy among the countries participating in the FTA. The China-Australia Free Trade Agreement or CHAFTA is one of the FTA agreements run by Australia. CHAFTA comes into effect on 20 December 2015 after going through a long process and negotiation 21 times, which discuss some quite sensitive issues such as custom and product quotas, agriculture, manufactured goods, service to temporary entry, permits for workers who have skills and investment aboard. Next, CAFTA. CAFTA starting effective in December 2014. Substantially regulation liberation trade between Australia and South Korea. The Korea-Australia Free Trade Agreement or CAFTA is an agreement authored by Australia with South Korea negotiation. This agreement began in June 2009. Next, Operation Sovereign Border. OSB is a border security operation launched by Australia on 18 September 2013. This operation was carried out by the Australian military with the assistance of elements of the federal government. Next, a conclusion. Along with the victory of the camp, Tony Abbott, who is the chairman of the coalition, was appointed the 28th Prime Minister of Australia. In Century campaign, Abbott, the coalition promised big change and bring Australia for the better in 3 years of government through policies with support the strengthening of the economy and the creation of new jobs. Government Abbott is also promised policies to prevent illegal immigrants from entering Australia. In addition to the FTA agreement with China, Australia has also agreed to join FTA South Korea. This agreement is known as the Korea-Australia Free Trade Agreement. The FTA entered into force in December 2013. CAFTA expand access Australian goods and services to enter the South Korean market. Another policy implementation is Operation Sovereign Border or OSB. OSB is a policy of eradicating illegal immigrants carried out military. Policy is done by preventing ships carrying people illegally from entering into Australian waters and return them to where they live off or people. The person will be placed in a processing center in Papua New Guinea or Nauru. Maybe that's it. Thank you for watching.